Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a business idea that could potentially generate you some serious passive income, ATMs. That's right, those little machines we all use can actually be a solid business if you know what you're doing. Now, before you go pulling out your checkbook, we need to cover the ins and outs, the good and the bad, and everything in between. So, if you're ready to learn how to potentially build your own ATM empire, buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. Let's get started. Now, before you even think about ordering your first ATM, you need to understand how this whole thing actually makes money. You see, every time someone uses your ATM, you can collect two types of fees, interchange fees and surcharge fees. Interchange fees are small fees paid by the cardholder's bank to your processing bank for each transaction. Surcharge fees, on the other hand, are fees you set and charge the customer directly for using your ATM. The key to a successful ATM business, or any business for that matter, is a solid business plan. Think of it as your roadmap to success. You need to define your goals, whether it's owning a handful of ATMs or building a network across your city. Next, identify your target market. Are you focusing on high-traffic tourist areas or maybe targeting local businesses? Then get down to the nitty-gritty of your startup costs. This includes the cost of the ATMs themselves, installation, cash loading, insurance, and don't forget about those ongoing expenses like processing fees and maintenance. Once you have a grip on your costs, you can start projecting your potential revenue based on estimated transaction volume and your surcharge fees. Finally, let's not forget about the legal side of things. You'll want to establish your business as an LLC or corporation to protect your personal assets. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry. And of course, check with your local and state governments about any permits or licenses you need to operate legally. Alright, let's talk about everyone's favorite topic, money. Starting an ATM business does require some upfront investment, but it's not as daunting as you might think. First off, ATMs themselves can range in price from around $2,000 to $8,000 or more, depending on the model and features. You'll also need to factor in installation costs, which can run you a few $100s per machine. Then there's the cash. You'll need to load each ATM with enough cash to meet demand, and that amount will vary depending on the location and expected transaction volume. Plan on a few $1,000s per machine initially. And of course, don't forget about insurance to protect your investment in case of any unforeseen circumstances. Now, how are you going to fund all of this? Well, like most businesses, you have a few options. You could dip into your personal savings, but I know that's not always ideal. You can also explore business loans from banks or credit unions. They often have specific loan programs for small businesses. And hey, if you've got a solid business plan, you might even consider pitching your idea to potential investors. Okay, so you've got your plan and your funding sorted. Now it's time to talk about the stars of the show, the ATMs themselves. When it comes to acquiring your machines, you've got two main options, buying or leasing. Buying an ATM outright gives you full ownership, but it does require a larger upfront investment. Leasing, on the other hand, can be easier on your budget initially, as you'll make monthly payments, but you won't own the machine at the end of the lease term. Regardless of whether you buy or lease, choosing the right ATM is crucial. Look for machines that are reliable, durable, and easy to maintain. You'll also want to make sure they're EMV compliant, meaning they have the latest security features to protect against fraud. Remote monitoring capabilities are also essential, allowing you to track cash levels, transaction history, and machine status from anywhere. And of course, don't forget about surcharge functionality, which is how you'll be generating a good portion of your revenue. Now that you've got your ATMs ready to roll, it's time to find them a good home. The success of your ATM business hinges heavily on choosing the right locations. Remember, you want to place your machines in high-traffic areas where people are likely to need cash. Think about places like convenience stores, gas stations, bars, restaurants, malls, and even event venues. Once you've identified some potential locations, it's time to put on your salesperson hat and approach the business owners. When pitching your ATM services, highlight the potential benefits for them. You could offer a revenue-sharing agreement where they earn a percentage of each transaction fee, or you could propose a flat monthly fee for hosting the machine. It's all about finding a mutually beneficial arrangement. And before you shake hands and move the ATM in, always get everything in writing. A placement agreement should outline the terms of your arrangement, including revenue sharing, lease duration, responsibilities for maintenance and security, and any other relevant details. We're almost there. The final piece of the puzzle is setting up your ATM processing and banking. An ATM processor is essentially the middleman between your ATMs, the customer's bank, and your bank. They handle the authorization of transactions, settlement of funds, and provide customer support. You'll want to research and compare different processors to find one that offers competitive rates, reliable service, and features that meet your specific needs. On the banking side, you'll need to open a separate business bank account specifically for your ATM business. This account will be used for cash loading, surcharge deposits, and other business-related transactions. It's important to keep your ATM business finances separate from your personal finances for accounting and tax purposes. Lastly, don't forget about setting your surcharge fees. Research what other ATMs in your area are charging and try to stay competitive while still ensuring you're making a profit. Remember, finding the sweet spot between a reasonable fee for customers and a profitable margin for your business is key. And there you have it, a comprehensive guide to starting your own ATM business. From researching your market to securing funding, finding the perfect locations, and setting up processing, we've covered all the essential steps to get your ATM business up and running. Remember, starting any business takes time, effort, and dedication. But with the right approach and a solid plan, the potential for passive income and building a successful ATM business is definitely within your reach. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more business tips and insights. Thanks for watching.